everyone deserves a fresh slate because it's been a heck of a year in 2020. And I'm giving myself a fresh slate, giving the year a fresh slate, giving the world a fresh slate. Included in this fresh slate is a new set of 5-star predictions, which you've already seen. I'll link it up here or up here. I don't remember which side. But we're also going to do a new round of these books will self-destruct in 1 year. If you don't know what that is, I did one back in April. I don't know if I've read those or anything, but like I said, it's been a year. We're just gonna wash the year away and start new. So these books will self-destruct in 1 year. This year we have 8 books that basically I have all year to read. But if I don't read them, they're getting unhauled. So we're just going to do it and see. If you've read any of these, then please leave in the comments below that you totally love them and that I need to try and read it before I just unhaul it, you know? And I will try and prioritize whatever you guys say in the comments below. Shall we get started? So the first one, I actually feel awful putting this book on here because earlier this year I found Agatha Christie. Well, I didn't literally find her, but I read my first Agatha Christie book. Loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. Amazing. Then I read a second Agatha Christie. Really, really enjoyed it. Loved it. And I'm thinking, oh, we're on a roll. Let's read another. So I read another, and it was very, very disappointing. And then I read my 4th Agatha Christie, and I hated it. It took everything out of me to finish that book. And I know I'm the unpopular opinion here because everyone loves that book. The Orient Express. There, I said it. So, 2 for 2. Loved 2, hated 2. So I thought, now this is the only book I have left on my shelf of Agatha Christie. And the thing was that I was buying one Agatha Christie book every time I went to the bookstore. I've since unhauled all of them but this one because this is the one that I think will redeem her for me. But at the same time, I'm so scared to read another Agatha Christie and be so let down. Because this is one that is hyped. But so was The Orient Express, which everyone loves. But I hated. So, And Then There Were None is about 10 strangers who go to an isolated island manch party off a coast somewhere. Then 9 at dinner, a recorded message accused each of them in turn having a guilty secret. And by the end of the night, one of the guests is dead. 8, stranded by a violent storm and haunted by a nursery rhyme, counting down one by one, they begin to die. 7, who among them is the killer, and will any of them survive? So it's a survival story, which is something that I absolutely love in books. But I'm just so scared. So this is the first on my self-destructing books. Then I have Dear Wife by Kimberly Bell. It's a thriller that I've read the synopsis of a few times. Probably like 10. But I can't remember a single thing about this book. And it just sits there and haunts me, and since I don't remember what it's about, and the cover is not all that pretty, kind of average. I forget about this one. So I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. Shall we read it for like the 5th time? Or more? For nearly a year, Beth Murphy has been plotting to leave her abusive husband. The time has finally arrived, and this is her one chance at freedom. Each part of her plan has to be carefully thought out, because one small slip and her violent husband will find her. A couple 100 miles away, Jeffrey returns home from a work trip to find his wife, Sabine, is missing. Wherever she is, she's taken almost nothing with her. Her abandoned car is the only trace of her the police have to go on, and all signs point to foul play. Where is Sabine and who is Beth? As her husband starts piecing together her whereabouts, Beth will have to make a decision about her future that will leave readers breathless. So that sounds really good, but for some reason, tomorrow I'm not gonna remember it. So it just seems very unmemorable. This one is already a must-read this year because it's on the 12 books that I have to read this year. I've had this book the longest, and I haven't read it. So I've owned this book for over a year, which is a long time for me to have a book and not read it. So this is Anything But Okay by Sarah Dar Littleman. This follows Stella and Farda, who are best friends, and then Stella's brother comes home from Afghanistan after being in the war. And he comes back and he's very depressed and he's very sad. And I'm pretty sure he has PTSD, but Stella thinks that she just needs to get him out and hanging out with people and smiling and happy. But I don't think it's that easy. Then Stella takes her brother Rob to the movies to get him out of the house when he shoots a kid at the movie, one of her classmates. The next two were so kindly given to me by Michael, so thank you, Michael. But unfortunately, they made it on this list. So, The Fortunes of Indigo Sky by Deb Calatini. This is about a waitress who is just living her boring day-to-day life. You know, kind of like me, only I'm not a waitress anymore. Or ever. But she gets a $2.5 million tip from a customer, and it changes her whole life. Okay, then the next one was also given to me by Michael, so thank you, but I'm sorry. It had to be on this list, because honestly, I don't think I would have picked it up if it weren't for Michael. Same goes for the other one. But that's fine. It's okay, right? Yeah, we're still friends. Good. I'm sorry, she watches my channel, so I have to make sure we're still friends. And I can read it in her eyes. We're still friends. So this is 70s of You by Cecilia Venice. So this is like, I don't know, it kind of gives me The Sun Is Also a Star vibes by Nicola Yoon, which I did not like. Yep, I did not like that book at all. I enjoyed the movie a little bit, but not the book. Anyways, this is A Second Chance at First Love. So Sophia is leaving Tokyo in 7 days, and she has some kind of romance with her old boyfriend, I think. I really don't know. This one I found at the dollar store, so if I unhaul it, it's not really that big of a deal. The Elizas by Shepard. Best-selling author of Pretty Little Liars. So, oh, I remember why this is on this list. This is on this list because this is about Eliza, who is a writer, and she was found at the bottom of a pool after her first novel was published. And her family thinks that it was another failed suicide attempt, but she swears up and down that someone tried to murder her. So it sounds actually pretty awesome. But I don't like books about writers. And then this one is The Inevitable Collision of Birdie and Bash by Candice. Honestly, it's just on this list because I always forget about this one. But it's supposed to be like a sweet little YA romance. And it's like opposites attract type of thing. So come back 1 year from today and we will go over which of these 7 I have read and which of these 7 have to be unhauled. Thank you for hanging out with me though. Don't forget to like and subscribe to me.